I'm working on a project that's concerned with privileges and how to share them and roughly the LGBTI community. I wasn't gonna release this call for action for another couple of days, but I feel with the situation in Orlando, I really need to push it out immediately because I want to start talking about the positive impact that we can achieve and what we need to do and what we need to aim at, and not the hatred and not the terrorism. I want to make space for a positive, powerful approach. So I know my contribution is just a very tiny piece for the cause, but here we go. So imagine your daughter, your sister, your niece, a friend, or in fact any human with a womb, not being able to have a baby because of whom they love. Well, we never thought about that. Well, me neither, until my husband was asked to have a baby with another woman. So this was a lesbian woman, a married woman, a loving woman, and a friend of ours. In Germany today, the only people who are supposed to receive artificial insemination are married couples and females with a male partner who's willing to acknowledge the baby. And because homosexual marriage still does not enjoy roughly the equal status like heterosexual marriage, a married female couple cannot officially consult a doctor to receive artificial insemination. A female couple has to either leave the country, order sperm in Denmark, or find a private donor to try to have a baby. All of this creates extra expense, extra emotional stress, and extra psychological strain. Once the baby is there, it is still very hard for the other mother to adopt the child as a co-parent when the father is unknown. So private anonymous sperm donation adds an extra load of stress and strain, because the female couple will never be certain if they receive the full status of a family. So whilst the seemingly easiest thing to do would be to find a private identified donor, there are no cases on the legality of private donation in this context. So not only does the woman have to find a private donor, she also needs to find someone who's willing to put himself in a legally uncertain situation. So here we are, my husband and I, talking and thinking about his sperm donation to this lesbian couple. And we were both pretty clear on this. Yes, we really want to do this because there's just no good enough reason not to. We took over 6 months to research and talk it through, over and over again. We battled with family who threw angst, hate, dismissal, and blackmail at us. Some family members urging us to protect our family. From what did we need protection? I never quite understood. So research helped. Statistically speaking, kids from families of choice are more happy and loved because the parents really wanted them and had to move mountains to have them. And at least in Germany to date, no child of a constellation family like this ever sued the private donor for child support. So we decided yes. We know that homosexuals can be wonderful, loving parents, and no, statistically speaking, we don't need to be scared of a lawsuit from this child for paternity child support. Then we needed to ask ourselves, can we do this emotionally, socially, and philosophically? So 2 thoughts. First, until the question arose, I was unaware of my own privilege to have a child and the way that it made it only my business, that we could have children naturally, and if we needed it, then we could have an IVF treatment without hassle, uncertainty, and stress. I'm so grateful for my children, and I want my lesbian friends with this deep desire to share love as a parent to have this opportunity too. I'm curious and I'm determined to find ways to share this privilege, so we choose to share our privilege to have children with this couple. For my husband to donate his sperm was just one of many ways to share it though. My book that I'm working on that explains our experience and tells how babies can come into families of love is another way for me to share my privilege. Second, I have to ask myself, in what society do I want to live in? I want to live in a society that embraces all kinds of couples, all kinds of humans, and all kinds of families. And most of all, a society that supports people who want to have children and to raise children in a loving environment. If we choose to nurture and build diverse, multifaceted families, then laws and policies will have to follow. I want to be part of building that future for families of love. It's time, it's like so much time for equality and equal recognition of all types of humans and families. For me, this entails me sharing my privilege to empower others. The burden of a little uncertainty is nothing compared to what can be achieved as we create together a society where children are loved. Be the family that you want to be. Be the ally of all those diverse, multifaceted family concepts of others. Share your privilege and share your love. So, what can you do to support me and maybe support a world where all loving people can have a family? Support the publication of the book that makes the story of families of love visible and shareable. So support the Kickstarter campaign that starts at June 20th. Contact me through mail to stay in the loop. Become a local advocate and ally in Germany by joining the Facebook page, or become an overseas out of the country advocate and ally by joining the English Facebook page. Thank you very much.